words are a knife. I'll cut you places you've never been kissed. I'll kiss you in places you thought don't exist. A mind is a terrible place to feel. Alone with your jar of pills to be taken if life gets too hard to keep you from waking. Yet truth is a word, and words are just lies we've agreed upon. Let's wait till the moonlight's a little less serious, to put on our blue shoes and dance the Reds, babe. The music will play, I'll hold you in my arms and sway. Correct me if I'm wrong, and often I may be. The words we sing aren't true by virtue of their poetry. Lies don't become true 'cause they're pretty. My thoughts are a cage to keep us divided, a gap we can't bridge, though futile we're trying. When phantom limbs itch, we'll empty the bottle in hopes to find a way to distract from wounds we left open and words we'd retract to heal hearts we've broken. Yeah, love is a word we lost in translation when we were small. Let's wait till the moonlight's a little less serious, to put on our blue shoes and dance the Reds, babe. The music will play, I'll hold you in my arms and sway.
All right. You're just showing off now. Good evening, folks. Happy Thursday. We're here with James, and that was just an incredible song.
Thank you, Ben.
Also, it's no contest. I think James is officially won the best dressed
Oh, no.
guest that we've had. Odie agrees.
Oh.
Right, Odie? Yeah, he's convinced.
He's really stoked about it.
He's stoked. Well, we hope everyone's doing fine. We're back. We took last week off for Thanksgiving. It was an interesting Thanksgiving. Hadn't experienced one like that. It was just two people at our house. What'd you end up doing for Thanksgiving?
We were at my wife's parents'. They have a garage that's pretty sizable, so we were able to kind of open the door and spread out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Her brother's an elevator mechanic, so he doesn't really get to control his exposure levels, so he was outside. But our good friend who shares Thanksgiving with us sat outside with him, and we were able to be far enough apart.
But close enough.
But close enough.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I think it was kind of as we come into the holiday season, I think things are getting kind of heavier. So let us know how you're doing. I think one thing that helps us all is a little bit of music. Jeff Clem, look at that.
Hey, Jeff.
We were just talking about how great your smile was.
Yeah. Wish we could see it. Send it through text.
Yeah. Put a big picture up in the comments of your lovely smile. I said $1 million. That's how much that smile's worth.
You know what's cooler than $1 million smile?
What's that?
$1 billion smile.
Oh, my God. Well, if there's anyone out there that has $1 billion smile, it's Jeff Clem.
That's the guy.
All right, man. You got another tune for us?
I got a couple more. Yeah. This song is called A Cartoon Without a Caption. Told her I think you're sick. She used a 4-letter word for her feelings. She keeps repeating. And when she was crying out, I just kept thinking, focus, make it important. Shut up and enjoy it. I never felt like I was a soul in a body until she wrapped around me weightless, and breathlessly I was delivered from my demons. This is what it's like to be reborn. Wrestled the restless mess. I tried not to think of Eden. I couldn't believe in a place where lovers touch. Until I got there, I was wading holes into my heart, and she was going ape shit. Well, I prayed for a song to calm the angry voices. She bit the hand that feeds till it fell off. I could never hold you close enough to make the screaming stop. When it was said and done, we were a cartoon without a caption. We drank to distraction, confused peak with passion, and I could never be what she told me I wasn't, as if her words were somehow binding. We both gave up on finding ways to take the torture and pass the time until the shine wore off.
All right.
Oh man,
How's it feeling?
good,
Yeah?
good, yeah. I still get nervous, you know, but that's the fun.
That's 'cause you love it.
That's the high of it.
I think I don't know. I don't know if I've talked to any of my friends that are, completely in love with performing that don't get nervous.
Yeah.
Jeff, Mark, I see Mark Lee Shannon's here. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
What about you guys? Do you guys get nervous? Kieran, I know you're a hell of a drummer. You still get nervous before playing?
Yeah.
I know we're all playing less.
Right. Well, it's just why maybe that's why it's been heightened lately. Like once you hit record, it's like, oh, because I'm not out there.
Yeah.
But it was always, God, I came from theater when I was in high school and in college a little bit, and like, it was that moment before you got on stage where you're like, no one should do this. This is insane. Who wants to watch me do anything? And then you like push through that, and it's like, it's like.
And then
buzzing.
afterwards, you're like,
yeah, you're like, I did it.
It's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite role that you ever performed?
What is my favorite role I ever played? Honestly, it was Nicely Johnson in Guys and Dolls. Got to sing Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat. That was fun. It was a good show. It was my freshman year of high school. It was a good time.
I haven't seen that one.
No, it's a good show. It's a good show. It's an old musical. It's pretty standard, but it's pretty good. The Nathan Lane version from I can't say the wrong year. They'll eviscerate me online, Ben.
Yeah, they will.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got some people here that comment on that. Yeah, Brian gets so nervous that you feel nauseous. That's happened a couple times before, like bigger shows where you don't feel like you should be playing there. What
the worst is, especially now that I play bass in my other band, is which is not my primary thing. I don't play bass all the time. So my hands feel numb when I get nervous enough.
Oh, whoa.
And so that's you really have to think hard to make your brain overcome that. It's weird.
Plus you're singing too, right?
Oh yeah.
So is guitar your first instrument?
Yeah, just kind of strumming.
Yeah.
Chords. That's my thing.
It's cracker. You're the cheese.
That's right.
That's all you need. That's it. That's all you need.
Where are we here?
Jeff, get out of here. He's just trying to sweet talk now.
Aw.
I love you,
I'll
buddy.
take it. I appreciate it. Stop, please.
Lauren, nice to see you.
Hey. All right.
Lay it on us.
All right. This is I'm gonna earn the sad songs mantra with this one. I started writing this song, and it started off as another song about my divorce, and then I was like, I have mined that vein. No need to write any more about that. And I switched one article in it and made my dad died a couple years ago, and it kind of ended up being about that experience. So let's get sad, y'all. I did play bass in Made Married for a while. We talked about that too. I remember, Jeff. It was a great time. We were so young. What's hilarious I love saying we were so young, ironically, but in this case, we really were so young. All right. This is called Burying the Dead. Out of that house is hard, like burying the dead, like you woke up in Japan, speaking perfect French. And the life you thought you'd lived was just a dream. To the drive was odd, and time was no one's friend. So we watched you disappear, expecting worlds to end. But the drive-through line was long, and the kid wants to go home. They don't care that there might be no tomorrow. And when the funeral is over, we'll all go home and scroll to try to fill the holes in our phones. Like maybe there's an answer at the bottom, some all-enduring truth that we'd forgotten, or a reason to get out of bed tomorrow and pretend existing's worth the pain and sorrow, when it's more like you were never here at all. Moving out of that house is hard, like burying the dead. Whew.
Yeah, it's a happy one.
Yeah. It was weird. Oh no. I dropped my pick. Rookie mistake.
Rocky. I'm a sucker for a sad song.
Me too.
Love
My
'em.
favorite. It was weird when there was this period of time after my dad died where I had this intense existential crisis because he and I didn't talk constantly. Like I talked to my mom a lot, but I didn't talk to my dad like on a weekly or sometimes even a monthly basis.
Mm-hmm.
And then like enough time had passed that it was longer than we would have gone without talking to each other. And so it was weird because it started to feel like it was easier to think he had never existed than that he had lived and died. And so I started having this weird thought of when I'm like, well, if he didn't exist, do I exist? It was very bizarre. It was this very intense existential thing, and it was good to exercise that in song form.
Yeah, it's incredible how a song can help that, right? Kind of get through heavy thoughts or feelings like that.
What I've realized, and I'm no scientist, I can't say if this is absolutely true, but it feels like when I'm dreaming less, I'm writing more. So I feel
Interesting.
like it's a similar method of processing, where if I'm writing, I don't need to be dreaming because I'm doing it in the songwriting.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna pay closer
Yeah,
attention to
think
that.
about it, because I could be wrong, could just be me, but it's
cool, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea.
Huh. That's awesome.
All right.
I like thinking about stuff like that.
Right?
Who do we
It's
got
fun.
over here? Brian, right? Wow, it was like a crazy song. Uh-oh, Chrissy's
Yeah.
here.
Uh-oh.
Now we're in trouble. Now Chrissy, she's a sucker for sad songs too.
Oh, yeah, well, you're going to get plenty of them tonight.
She also writes some incredible ones.
Oh, yeah?
Are you hip to Chrissy Strong?
I don't think so.
I'll share some
Perfect.
links to her stuff
Thank
after
you.
this, but
Kieran's right, though. That's the ultimate is when it goes in the sound hole and you have to
yeah, trying to shake it
really
out.
shake it out of your guitar. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jim, yes. It was called The Singular. We just broke up a couple years ago. We put out an album right as we broke up called The Johari Window, and you can find that on my website, iprefersadsongs.com. It's on Spotify and stuff, though, too.
That's a good URL.
It's easier to spell than Pequignot,
Yeah.
because I couldn't be on stage and be like, go to jamespequignot.com, and they'd all be like, yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah, sure, buddy. That guy.
But this next song is actually a song from that Singular album. Maybe Nick Wilkinson's in. He did like the
Nicky Wilkie.
the Instagram post, so I'm hoping he's
see.
watching.
I'm gonna text him right now.
Oh, perfect. Because I'm about to play. This is his favorite song of mine. I'll let you text him first. We can.
Let's flip back here.
Oh yeah.
Here's my phone. We're gonna go to Nick Wilkinson. Nick Wilkinson is a handsome devil. He used to live in Akron, and then he abandoned us all and went to Chicago. Shame on you, Nick.
I don't mean to name drop, but I'm friends with Nick Wilkinson.
But he did get a sweet job because he was. I think he still is. I hope he still is. He's working for Reverb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't
like the
realize
gear.
that. That's awesome.
All right. What should I say? Get on this stream.
I'm about to play his favorite song.
Playing your favorite. And then also I'm gonna say, "Kiss me, you big lug."
That's beautiful.
Not right now,
Sure.
of course. Not in later. But I've got a kiss coming to me from Nick Wilkinson. Mark my words.
And we know he's good for it.
Oh, yeah, he's great for it.
I remember. No, this just happened. Do you ever try to say words that aren't so that it sounds like you're not pausing?
No, I just say
I remember,
I've fully embraced how stupid I am.
Well, I heard that was what Barack Obama was doing when he would say like, well. It was like
well.
he was just filling space instead of saying A live call in the air. Do you have the ability to do to take calls?
I could just speakerphone it. That would
boy.
be hilarious.
But he was doing Bare Naked Ladies song a day on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he knows me. I'm a notorious Bare Naked Ladies fan. Back in the day, they were a big influence.
It's like, oh, no.
Yeah,
One
that
week.
was the end. In my opinion, that was the beginning of the downward trajectory.
Oh.
That was quite late in their career.
Was I like If I Had $1 Million?
$1 Million is a great song.
Where's
It's
that?
a lot of fun. That's very early.
It is early.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's from like their first
a
album,
goodie.
but they did a lot of stuff before. They were like, I can't remember exactly how old they were, but they were winning Junos in Canada before they were like 20.
Wow.
So like they were young. And I've always despised playing covers, but I saw Nick's thing, and I was like, well, I'm gonna learn a Bare Naked Ladies song. I love Bare Naked Ladies. And now I've been trying to do a cover on Instagram, a cover and an original every week, because I'm just like, I should. I'm not too good to learn other people's songs.
No. I was thinking that same thing for a while where I was like, I'll write my own. I'm not tracing.
Yeah.
But it stretches your brain a little.
What I had a really interesting experience trying to learn a couple of Amy Mann songs, and I kind of realized a bit of what her deal is within the songwriting world, like her technique, and I'm like, oh, well, I can do that too. And I didn't realize it until I was like trying to play her songs. I was like, oh,
Nice.
there's like,
I'm not very familiar after.
oh, she's so great. She did all the music for the movie Magnolia. That was her big claim to fame. And then, she was in the band Till Tuesday. Voices Carry was their big song. But she has so much music, and she's my favorite songwriter by far.
Awesome.
Anyway, we got anything from Nick yet?
Oh, I didn't even check. No.
No. All right, well, his loss.
I have a feeling he's going to come right at the end.
Right at the end.
Classic Wilk.
He'll hear the bridge, and he'll be like, ah, I missed it. Anyway, this is Life After Space Time. I can't wait for the day we come home and hang around, waste our scarce and brilliant sounds on vapid talking. And when the clouds start to break, I feel like everything's okay. So we'll open all the graves and kiss the coffins. But I know what it's like to be at home and in your head, when every penny saved is been spent. And I know what I found, what was buried underground, when it fell back to the earth, and they told me to go home, but I won't. Will they fall to the floor like so many times tonight? Will they dry their swollen eyes and tell your orphans? Once they know, will they go with all their darkest thoughts confirmed? Sing their songs that never were about your father? But I know what it's like to be at home and in your head, when every penny saved has been spent. And I know what I found, what was buried underground, when it fell back to the earth, and they told me to go home, but I won't. When the hammer falls, I make myself a nail. I will serve her without fail. I will be strong. And when God comes back, I'll punch her in the ear, scream the names of all my fears into her lungs, until there's none, until there's none. But I know what it's like to be at home and in your head, when every penny saved has been spent. And I know what I found, what was buried underground, when it fell back to the earth, and they told me to go home, but I won't, but I won't. I'm glad you heard it, Nick.
Oh, that was a beautiful little moment. I saw Nick's comment, and I look over. I saw you see it. I saw the smile.
Aw.
That's the sort of stuff I live for. It was
Yeah.
so nice. Nick, nice to see you, man. Love
Right
you so
as
much.
as I messed up the chorus, I was going like, Nick showed up right in time to see that, I'll bet. And he did.
Probably
I'm
a little
glad.
stinker.
My wife has had the best advice for me ever that I think we all, well, not all of us, some of us are really good at this. She goes, you need to practice not having a oops, I messed up face.
Oh, do you?
Oh man, do I ever. Oh yeah, where it's like, oh, I'm sorry. She goes, nobody will know.
That's true.
You're David Bowie, man. Don't do it.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Did he not have like a? I don't know.
I think she just meant spiritually. I don't know. I would be hilarious to find out that Dave, like, you know, he's in the getup and he's like, you know, he's Ziggy Stardust and he's like, ooh, I messed up. You just could never imagine him being like,
No, probably not. He was like, I meant to do that.
Yeah, he'd be like, well, that's
How the song
that's
goes
how the
today.
song goes right now.
Yeah. That's a good way to think of it, actually.
Yeah.
That's how the song is right now.
I think to me it's just like I should be a good enough of an actor to act like I didn't mess up.
Yeah.
Control your face. And I'm working on it. It's hard. Because you want to be like, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Chrissy says, not only are his songs delicious, which I agree, so is his attire. That's a delicious outfit you have.
Guys, I love to wear a suit. And there's just been no occasions to do so. It's been hard. It's my season for it right now, and it's like there's usually a bunch of parties, and there's nothing. But next year, hopefully. What I've been saying to people on their birthday, I go, "Happy COVID birthday. May you have only one."
Hey, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too. It seems like we're on the right path. Science is catching up. We've got good science.
Yes. So hopefully not a lot of people will have two birthdays in the COVID times.
Yeah, it's a shame for the February, March. They might catch a second.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
But I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Scientists don't dress so sharp.
Some of them probably do. I hope so.
What was I right about, Chrissy? I'm not sure. But probably right. Right.
Probably right.
Probably right. Man, just seeing Nick's name is making me really miss him.
I know. Nick is so great. I love Nick. I love.
Let's all go around the room and say one thing we love about Nick. Odie, you start. Okay.
That's fun. That's fun.
That's fun.
I love bouncing stuff off Nick. And it's weird because I feel very I feel very close to Nick, even though we have spent very little time all together. You know what I mean? I've probably seen Nick less than 24 times in my life.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, but I mean, we met when I mastered, I think, an EP for him. And that was a lot of fun, and we were good friends. But I love sending stuff to him and going like, is this terrible? Is this only good to me? You know what I mean?
That's a good way to phrase the question.
Oh, he's happy that he's hijacking the show.
He was on the show when it was me and Jeff and I talked about junk food for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
No, easily 30 minutes. The whole show went like an hour and a half.
Oh, jeez.
And a third of that was junk food.
What's your favorite junk food?
I would say I'm probably a pizza or a cheeseburger guy. Like a big old cheeseburger with all the stuff. I actually got a burger at it's towards you, Hex.
Yes,
Are you
I know
familiar
Hex
with that?
Cafe. Yeah.
Has anyone else been to Hex?
Hex is
Let
great.
us know.
I can ride my bike over there. It's great.
Oh
yeah.
They have a brie berry burger.
I've not had it. I'll have to try that.
It's got brie and berries, and it's amazing.
Oh, Nick, I'm glad to hear that comparison. Was good. Yeah. Yeah, I think Nick's voice reminds me of the guy from the Mountain Goats a little bit.
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
Nick's got a cool voice, and his
does.
stomp and his slippery glasses. This is just the Nick Wilkinson, where we just talk about all the things we like about Nick Wilkinson's show.
So if you're gonna come on,
sour cream burger. Oh, I want a cheeseburger so bad now. Anyway.
All right. Let's play another song. This is called "The Dancer." I was like I said, I came up in theater, and I was so I was friends with a lot of people who were like classically trained dancers, and I was always so struck by the beauty of it. And as someone who really works in the realm of words, I was also mesmerized by people who express themselves without words. And so I decided I wanted to write this song. I had the whole concept, and it got shelved for a couple years. Then one day in the shower, I think it just the rest of it came to me. And that's this. This is called "The Dancer." If I got to choose my form in the next life, I'd be a dancer, all fluid and made out of fire. I'd move like a tiger in a hadron collider, kaleidoscope spider. I'd fly without leaving the ground. And if you watched me dance, you'd love me. Telling stories words can't say. You'd be overcome with feeling. They'd confuse you into rage. If you got to be the person you wanted, unburdened, unhaunted, you'd cut through the air like a song. Does anyone choose, or are our ends faded, our sweetest verse jaded, our moment of truth lost to time? And if you watched me live, you'd envy. Each true smile that crossed my face, you'd reflect on all your failings and wish that you could live this way. You'd convince yourself I'm faking, but I promise you it's twice as good as it seems. If you get to see your heart's true wish granted, there's no second chances. Swing wild, strike true, believe. Swing wild, strike true, believe. Whew.
You're doing it, man.
Thanks, man.
Wow, I like that a lot.
That's one of my favorites. Like 10 years ago, I had a couple songs, and like I tried out for the Billboard Song Contest and for the Great American Song Contest, and they both, like, I got songs that placed.
Oh,
And I was
awesome.
like, oh, great. Well, and now I am a million times better than I was back then. Those songs are garbage.
You gonna do it again?
I've done it, and I've gotten back the weirdest critiques. They're like, we don't get it. Not, where's the hook? Or which part is the hook? Too many hooks. So I'm like,
I'm curious about some of those.
yeah, it's,
It's very subjective.
yeah,
Right.
totally. But
And-
it's like, I think I thought about that song because I'm just like, I love that song. It turned out, it's weird when you kind of have a vision for a song and then it becomes, it's very rare for me to think about what it's going to be and then for it to end up that.
And so that was one of
Yeah,
them.
that was one of them where I was
And it was
like,
called what again? That
it's
one?
called The Dancer.
The Dancer.
That's not on anything yet. That'll be on my upcoming album. Keep an eye on me at iprefersadsongs.com.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, and I threw
I saw. Thank you.
I threw that link up there. Sorry, I was reading Brian's. It really is a gorgeous song.
Thank you. Yeah, probably not. Probably not a contesty song.
Most of those contests, you have to be. They're looking for formula. They're not
Yeah.
necessarily looking for that song that moves an individual because
Yeah.
they're not looking for individuals. They're looking for mass.
Right. This week I did a cover of the Decemberists' "I Was Meant for the Stage," and I didn't realize until I did that like I definitely like leaned heavily on that song for The Dancer, because I'm just like I want the character in the song to kind of like have a bit of a smug superiority, but they're also like, yeah, but like go chase your dreams,
Right.
you know? So, where are we? Yes.
We're in Akron, Ohio, the finest city in Ohio. You hear that, Cleveland?
Hey now,
I know. You're
let's
from Cleveland.
not start a war.
That's my little game. Anytime I have anyone here that's not from Akron, I'm just trying to
You're a
remind them
jet,
how
you're
great.
a jet all the way.
From your first thing, a rat. Kieran, enjoy your meetings. That's our friend from Australia. So
Kieran.
he's got to work. He's just starting his day.
Hey, Kieran, good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Well, good day, actually. Yeah, have a
right.
great day. Enjoy your meetings.
Kieran, can't wait to see you again, man. I miss you.
Thank you. I really appreciate everyone's kind words. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna do "Keep It to Yourself." This is a song that I kind of wanted to write an Amy Mann song, like a bit of a character study song, a song about a terrible person. She has a song called "Guys Like Me," and I kind of thought of this as a bit of a spiritual successor, kind of a sequel, companion song, maybe.
Oh, that's a cool idea. Yeah.
But yeah, so this is called "Keep It to Yourself." I'm like everyone else. All I really want is what I'm told I cannot or should not have. So the darker and more messed up it is, the more I'm convinced it's what will fill my empty soul. If you can see what's in my heart, keep that shit to yourself. I've worked too damn hard to make sure people think I'm some harmless fucking nice guy. I'd hate for them to see the truth of it. I'm a walking cliche. All I really want's an endless cycle of objects I can crave. Having brings me no joy, just the air moving round in the vacuum of the void I call my soul. If you can see what I really want, keep that shit to yourself. I've worked too damn hard to make sure no one knows what I'm ever really thinking. Now I'm afraid that I don't know myself as I fall into the black hole of my broken heart. I'll take you all down with me when I go. I'm like everyone else. All I really want is someone else to tell me it will be alright. Someone who knows my heart. Every time I get close, I convince myself that they're not good enough. If you can see what's on my mind, keep that shit to yourself. I've worked too damn hard to make sure people think I'm some inoffensive nice guy. I'd hate for them to see the truth of it. I'm like everyone else. I'm like everyone else.
I'm gonna have to listen to more of her.
Oh, she's great. She's great. Just these like characters. Because everybody's like, they talk to her, they're like, is this how you feel? And she's like, no,
Just making
this
up
isn't me.
stories and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's up, Tracy? We got Tracy from England tuning in. Tracy's a recent kind of follower of the show.
Nice.
She's a Patreon supporter as well, so thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Tracy.
Dave
Tracy.
is as well, my friend. What's going on?
Hey, Dave.
We're lucky. We're lucky to have all these music lovers.
Yeah.
Not only do we have incredible musicians like James right here in
Thank you. So
Northeast Ohio.
happy to be here. Ben, thank you so much for having me.
Oh my goodness, the pleasure's all mine.
How did I don't know if this is too much to ask on the air. How did I end up on your radar?
I don't even remember.
Cool. No, I like that.
Just to be completely honest.
No, that's great.
I think that
cool,
there
'cause,
was
like-
there was a couple names that good friends had
Yeah.
pointed me, but I'm trying to remember who turned me on to you.
I like
that
the
I
idea.
don't know.
I like the idea that I'm just floating around in the zeitgeist. That's cool.
There's people out there that love you,
Yeah.
and they're like
Awesome.
they sent me a message and they're like, you need to get James on here. And who was it? They sent me a couple names. It might have been either Taylor Lamborn maybe,
Okay.
or I'm not sure. But that's honestly that's one of my favorite things about that. Since starting this show has just
Yeah.
been, you know your friends and stuff, but then you
Get
see,
turned on all kinds of stuff.
and it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like how do I not know all your tunes? You know what I mean? Because
There's
this
so
is
much.
like my music,
All right.
and so that's my favorite thing.
Awesome.
So I hope you guys are enjoying James. It's a real treat, and yeah, it's cool to expand the circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. Thank you for listening out there in internet land. It's hard to feel connected in these times. I just ditched Facebook, and it was like it was a bad time to do it because during normal times it would be like, oh, this provides me with 1/10 of the connectedness that I really need, but I could go out and find that. And now it's like that 1/10 would have been okay to have.
Yeah, it's in that sense, it's a useful tool
Yeah.
to sort of stay connected.
All right. This next song is another like Amy Mann-y song. I was noodling around on the guitar the other night, and I was like, I don't write a lot in G minor, so I was like, let's start in G minor. Got a great app called Tonally. If anybody is looking for help with songwriting, it just gives you your circle of fifths in whatever key you're in, And then it'll also give you neat suggestions for how to poke outside of the key that you're in. But sometimes it's nice to have a little reference for like what chords would be
Yeah.
appropriate. So
Just
I picked a couple chords.
spelled how it's.
Yeah, and you can
Tonally.
actually arrange tonally, Tonally.
Yeah.
It's an app. It's great, and you can arrange songs in there too. There's a little piano thing that'll do it, so you can use it that way as well. But it's a great songwriting tool. But it's I picked G minor, played a couple chords, and I had this melody come through. And the only words I started with was "We'll hit the big time, baby," and I was so excited about it because it sounded. I was like, "This is an Amy Mann song. This is gonna be great." And my wife comes home, and I play her what I've got. She's like, "Oh, that makes me think about Dog Day Afternoon." And I'm like, "I've not seen that movie." She goes, "You should check it out." And I was like, "Okay, well, it's been so hard to pick up a film or like a TV series. You know what I mean? It's been hard to get into something that I don't know right now for some reason. I'm looking for comfort."
I get that.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So I went and I looked up Dog Day Afternoon, and it was based on a real story.
I'm not familiar at all.
No, well, it was. There's a Life magazine article. It's about a bank heist, essentially. It's a real life bank heist, and it goes real sideways and real bad, and it's real weird. But I went and looked up the article about the actual story, and it spoke to me, and I wrote the rest of the song kind of about that. I was sitting waiting. I was at the vet on Tuesday, like right after the snowstorm had ended, waiting for my cat to come out, and
Everything all
he's
right?
fine. Yeah, he's
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
That was the longest day of my life. But I got to sit in the car, and I was like poking around with stuff on my phone, and I finished this, so that was nice. But, I saw this character who was like kind of a narcissist, but he's like, his girlfriend leaves him, and he was in a relationship with a trans woman who she had broken up with him. And he's going, "I'm going to rob this bank, and I'm going to have the money to get her the surgery that she wants to have." And a hostage situation developed, and they bring her, and she's like, "I didn't ask you to do this. This was not, I don't want anything to do with this." And so I could see this guy who was just like, he's just dealing with whatever is right in front of him at the moment, and he thinks he can do this thing that he's going to be able to be this white knight, like he's going to be able to fix everything and make it all okay. And it was, it didn't turn out so good, but whew.
It's called what again?
The movie,
Yeah.
it's called Dog Day Afternoon.
Gonna add it to a list.
Yeah,
Awesome.
check that out. And if nothing else, read the Wikipedia article about it because it's an interesting story. Hopefully I'll remember all the words. I did it while we were practicing before, so.
You guys are in for a treat. This I've been humming, like quietly humming the melody of it. It's super catchy.
Well, thank you. Yeah, this is called Big Time Baby. We'll hit the big time, baby. You know I did it all for you. I need to see you smiling. You'll know there's nothing I won't do. I convinced myself I wasn't hurting anyone, but no one ever noticed me until I held the gun. The life we get to live will justify the things I've done. In the end, we'll hit the big time, baby. And when our ship comes in, you'll see. I'll buy the slate clean, baby. can be just you and me. I didn't think that we could botch so simple of a grift. I never meant for Sal to take a bullet over this. He didn't know the odds when he agreed to take the risk. In the end, we'll hit the big time, baby. We'll hit the big time, baby. We'll hit the big time, then you'll see.
Shit, man, that is such a good song.
Thank you. I was like,
Do you have plans to record that one?
oh yeah. That's not gonna
Like
be on
soon?
my album. No, I don't know.
I'm just gonna have to come back and listen
Probably
to it
not
here.
super soon. Yeah, it's recorded for all the world now. You can come back to it for sure.
That's so good.
Like I said, I played it for my band, Terry Cloth Mother, at practice the other night, and I think they're interested in it being a song that we play, so that'll be cool. I'm in another band called Terry Cloth Mother. Excuse me. Yeah, burp a little bit. Politely not into the microphone. One more. We are a little bit different than this stuff. It's more psychedelic-y, Radiohead-y kind of stuff. But all of that is up on my website as well. If you go to the music section on iprefersadsongs.com, everything's up there. Yeah, that'll be fun. We've got some streaming stuff coming up. We're doing WRUW on the 23rd and Coda on the 16th.
Yeah.
So I'll have to. I just realized I have not updated my calendar, so I gotta put those on there.
Well, and I'll drop a link. I'll drop a link there in the comments to the website, and then I'm also gonna put a link to James' PayPal and Venmo. It's in the description of the video. But of course, if you guys wanna throw some tips James' way, it's been an incredible opportunity for him to share music with us. So we're very lucky for that. So please do that.
Thanks, guys. I am so happy to be here. This has been so much fun, Ben.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, my friend.
I'm glad to hear that.
It feels like I was saying before we started. It feels like we're buddies, but we
Yeah.
hadn't really hung out before.
No. I think as you get older, well, at least for me, it's like as I get older, it's like the amount of time I need to kind of feel somebody out is lower.
Yeah, like you kind of know.
Yeah. It's like,
It's like we're
do we feel the need to make small talk? No? Okay, cool.
just talk about things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think music also helps that too.
It does.
It really is. It's such a special thing to have in common with people.
Yeah.
And so you kind of right away appreciate someone in a different way.
I lived in LA for a bit, and when I moved
Oh,
out
wow.
there, it was, well, I mean, like a lot of people in Northeast Ohio, I failed spectacularly and came back home. But tried it. But what I found is, like, doing music is one of those things where you can go pretty much anywhere, and you can make new friends pretty quickly. Because it's like, if you go find an open mic, and it's like, okay, I've made some friends.
Yeah, it's a really incredible. It's a gift. It's a tool. It's a way of life.
It is a way of life.
It really is.
All right. I've got one more. It's not a one more. This is going to be, I try to sneak one kind of uplifting one in here. I was, my wife was having a hard time. This was a year ago? No, about 2 years ago. She had started a new job, and things were kind of hard on her. And I was trying to write a cheer-up song for her, and I think I ended up writing a cheer-up song for us all. For us all. This will be on the new album. This song is called We All Want the Same Things. smile in every heart, a hope in every home. We all want the same thing. We all want the same things. None of it's your fault. There's too much to be done. Don't sacrifice your mind to the madness of it all. No one has to be born in a world that's this messed up. So open up your hands and lift each other. A place to rest your head, a task to pass the time. We all want the same things. We all want the same things. None of it's your fault. There's too much to be done. Don't sacrifice your mind to the madness of it all. No one has to be born in a world that's this messed up. So open up your hands and lift each other. It's hard to remember in times like these that love is a revolutionary act. Dead men drew the lines, and we can just erase them in our minds. Do 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 do. Justice for the wronged, protection for the weak. We all want the same things. We all want the same things. None of it's your fault. There's too much to be done. Sacrifice your mind to the madness of it all. No one has to be born in a world that's this messed up. So open up your hands and lift each other. So open up your hands and lift each other. So open up your hands and lift each other up. Lift each other up. Lift each other up. Lift each other up.
Fantastic, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight and sharing your gifts.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much for having me. This has been a blast.
Anytime. Well, thank you, folks. We hope that you're doing all right. Please make sure to follow James and all that he does. Clearly, he's an incredible musician right here in Northeast Ohio. So if you're from Northeast Ohio, check them out as soon as you can. If you're from outside of Northeast Ohio,
Thanks, Dave.
just one of the many reasons to move to Northeast Ohio.
We've got a lot to offer.
That's right. But we love you so much. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Sorry. That's my face. Is it? But it's always hard to say goodbye, you know?
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
The hardest part is saying goodbye.
It is. But we'll be back next Thursday. We got 2 more shows for 2020, and then we'll be looking at starting for 2021. So it's been a crazy ride, and we love you all so much. So thank you for being a part of this.
Thanks, friends.
Have a good night.